Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, where we explore the most amazing science in our world and inside ourselves. Today, we're diving deep into the last great frontier, the human mind. For centuries, our thoughts, dreams, and emotions were a total mystery, a black box that science couldn't crack open. But that's all changing. A revolution is happening right now, and it's called cognitive neuroscience. It's the field that's finally starting to draw a map of the mind, and the discoveries are absolutely mind-blowing. So what if I told you that everything that makes you isn't some intangible spirit, but an intricate, ever-changing biological landscape inside your head? Let's explore. At the heart of this revolution are the new cartographers of the brain. Think of them like the first explorers charting new continents, but instead of land and sea, they're mapping the vast, complex territory of our neural architecture. A landmark achievement in this quest is the creation of the most detailed 3D map of the human brain ever made. We're talking about identifying over 3,000 different types of brain cells across more than 200 distinct regions. It's like having a Google Maps for the brain, allowing scientists to zoom in on a single neuron or zoom out to see how entire regions work together. How do they do this? With a suite of incredible neuroimaging technologies that let us watch the living brain as it thinks and feels. The most famous is functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI. It measures brain activity by spotting changes in blood flow. It's like watching a real-time heat map of your brain as it solves a puzzle or listens to music. Then there's EEG, which records the brain's electrical whispers, and MEG, which measures the magnetic fields those whispers create. But here's the most incredible part. This map isn't static. It's constantly being redrawn. This is a concept called neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new connections based on our experiences. Every time you learn a new skill, practice an instrument, or even just think a new thought, you are physically changing the wiring of your brain. Your brain isn't fixed. It's a dynamic, living sculpture that you are shaping every single day. This brings us to some of the deepest questions of all. What makes you, you? And what on earth is consciousness? For a long time, personality seemed like an unscientific idea. But the new field of personality neuroscience is linking our psychological traits directly to our brain's biology. Your levels of extroversion, your anxieties, your motivations, they are all rooted in the unique structure and function of your brain. For instance, the prefrontal cortex, which acts as the brain's CEO, is crucial for reasoning and social behavior. Tiny variations in this region are linked to different personality traits. But the ultimate mystery is consciousness itself. How does the mushy, 3-pound organ in your skull produce the rich, subjective experience of being alive? One leading idea is the global neuronal workspace theory. It suggests that consciousness emerges when information is broadcast across a wide network of brain regions, making it available for complex tasks like decision-making and forming memories. So what about our everyday thoughts and feelings? Learning, for example, is literally the process of strengthening connections between neurons. You've probably heard the saying, neurons that fire together, wire together. That's not just a catchy phrase. It's the essence of learning. The hippocampus is a key player here, acting like a sorting station for new memories. And when it comes to making choices, it's never just about pure logic. Our decisions are a constant tug-of-war between the rational prefrontal cortex and the emotional input from our limbic system, all regulated by chemical messengers called neurotransmitters that shape our moods and drives. Now, get ready for the next level, because a powerful new alliance is speeding everything up. The convergence of neuroscience and artificial intelligence, a field called neuro-AI. AI is helping scientists make sense of the tidal waves of data from brain scans, spotting patterns no human could ever see. Recently, Google and Harvard used machine learning to map a tiny fragment of the human brain and discovered neural structures we never knew existed. And it's a two-way street. The brain is inspiring better AI. The AI that recognizes faces in your photos was inspired by the way our own visual cortex processes information. The future of this field is even more exciting. A deeper understanding of the brain is leading to targeted therapies for mental health disorders, personalized brain models to guide epilepsy surgery, and even new treatments for Alzheimer's. And then there are brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. These are technologies that create a direct link between the brain and a computer, allowing patients with paralysis to control robotic limbs or communicate just by thinking. But perhaps the most profound implication is for our own personal growth. The science of neuroplasticity proves that we can intentionally rewire our brains. Through practice, mindfulness, and learning, we have the power to change our thought patterns, heal emotional wounds, and acquire new skills. The quest to map the mind is far more than just a scientific project. It's a quest to understand ourselves, our potential, and the very essence of what it means to be human. The journey is far from over, but one thing is clear. The greatest discoveries are still waiting for us, inside that incredible universe between our ears. Thanks for listening to G Fun Facts Online.